Good morning everyone, a warm welcome to my channel and to another what I'm eating today vlog on Slimming World. I have had a indulgent evening last night, shall we say, and do you know what, I regret it today. So I'm really big believer in having what you need and not depriving yourself, and you know, just don't worry about it, just get on with it the next day. Just, you know, if you've had a good night with your friends, your family, whatever, just move on and it's absolutely fine. And normally I don't regret it, but today I do a bit because I actually don't feel good. And yeah, sorry about all the noise, it's just, this is my house. So yeah, I am just going to move on today, and you know, I did have a good night last night, don't get me wrong, but I just don't feel good for it today. I had a couple of gins, they were free poured, I didn't measure the gin, so I know for a fact that I was way over the standard measures, and I actually don't have any gin left. I actually finished all my gin last night, which to be fair, it wasn't like, you know, I didn't have bucket loads of it, but then I went looking for something else, and I did buy a bottle of Prosecco quite a few weeks ago now, and it's still in the fridge. But my husband, thankfully, kind of said that's not a good idea because, yeah, I can definitely feel the effects of alcohol a lot more now that I've lost the 4.5 stone. So we cracked open the Ballycastle espresso martini liqueur. That is so good. If you like a coffee flavour, then I really recommend that. It is 3 sins per 25 mils, and I know that my glass, I had 2 glasses and I know they were way over 25 mils. So yeah, and then I just got involved in the sweets that everyone was eating while we were watching the final of The Masked Dancer. And yeah, basically it was a little bit of a disastrous night in terms of sins. I did enjoy it, but I do feel rough for it, and I do wish that I hadn't done it. Anyway, I woke up this morning, I'm feeling really hot and bothered. It's my little girl. She needs to be involved in all my videos, doesn't she? So yeah, I'm feeling really hot and bothered. I can not be bothered to make breakfast today. So I've made a protein shake, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. I've also put the dinner in the slow cooker. That will then, well, I had some pork steaks to use up, but that will also mean that I will, you know, have a on-track evening meal. I think we're going to go out and about today, and so the danger will be that I'll get home, I'll be really hungry, and I can't really be bothered to cook anything. So yeah, having it in the slow cooker just means it takes the stress out of it from me, and it's sin-free, so I've done that. So this morning I'm a bit hot and bothered. The kids have actually woken up in a really argumentative mood. They're really sort of arguing with each other and winding each other up, so that's never a good sign. They came in our bedroom at 7:30 this morning fighting, so that's never a good start to the day, is it? I don't feel like breakfast. I feel hungry, but I'm really hot and bothered. The weather's been really mild here this weekend, and it is only 11 degrees outside, but it feels really hot indoors. And so I just don't really fancy actual food for breakfast. So I've made a protein shake. So for breakfast this morning, I'm actually going to have one of these protein shakes from Protein World. Just a disclaimer, this was very kindly gifted to me from Protein World. Apologies for any noise, my children are having a tricky day. So yeah, I'm going to make mine with water. So I'm going to add 40 grams to 400 mils of water and shake well. And in terms of sins, this is really difficult because Slimming World don't have these on their app. And so I'm just going to go by the calories. So 40 grams with 400 mils of water is 149 calories. So I'm just going to use the 20 calorie to 1 sin rule, and I will count 8 sins for it. I know it's high, but I just think sometimes you just, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just need to do it. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go now. I'm going to make it up and I'll let you know what it's like. Then I've also put dinner in the slow cooker already because it just helps set me up on the right track. because I know that when we get home later from wherever we end up, I will be hungry and I'll feel like I can't be bothered to cook anything. That's kind of where it started going wrong last night. I got in and I was just so hungry, and yeah, it was just one of those days. So I've set myself up on the right track. Let me show you what I've put in the slow cooker. So I'm going to pop these pork loin medallions into my slow cooker. I chose some really lean ones. There's no visible fat on these, just maybe a tiny bit there, but other than that, it's all been removed by the looks of it. These are from Aldi. So I'm going to pop those in the slow cooker. Now, somehow I've totally run out of chopped tomatoes. I don't know how I've done that, because I feel like I'm always buying chopped tomatoes. But normally I would just put chopped tomatoes in with it. And then I'm going to put some taco mixed beans. These are also from Aldi. They're a mild taco bean, and we really like these. So I'm going to put those in and chop up an onion. Then I'm going to go to the shop later and buy some chopped tomatoes, and I'll pop them in a bit later on. So I will still add them. So the time is 8 o'clock now, so I'm going to put these on for 8 hours on low. And then, yeah, I'll add the chopped tomatoes later and shred up the pork at the end. So the pork and the onion is in the slow cooker. So now I'm just going to add the beans on top. So that's all in there like that. And then I'm just going to add some seasoning. So I'm going to add some smoked paprika and some of this Knorr chili and smoked paprika. The chili and smoked paprika is a Sind spice. It's 1 Sind for a teaspoon. But I don't sin it because it goes around the family, so it's negligible. So yeah, I'm just going to season this up now, and I'll add some chopped tomatoes to it later on, and I'm going to leave it on for 8 hours on low. Yeah, so I've got my protein shake here. I've never tried this before. Protein World very kindly sent this to me. Oh, that's nice. It's really nice. It's not like super sweet, which is what I thought it would be. It's just really chocolatey, and I've made it with water because you could use milk, you could use your healthy extra A allowance of milk, but I've used water because there's 24 grams of protein in here, I think, so this should keep me going, and I can just sip on it. I think in the summer these would be amazing. Anyway, I've got a code that's still valid, so PW Leanne will get you 40% off their website. So yeah, I'm gonna drink this protein shake and just have a little bit of sit down time. The kids are having their breakfast. It's a really good time to just sit down for 5 minutes while they're eating, because you know what kids are like, they're quiet while they're eating, but well, they won't be eating for long, and then they'll be in here causing chaos. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna sort myself out. I'm still in my pajamas, and then I think we're gonna have a bit of a Christmassy day today. We have this amazing garden centre near our house, and it has the most spectacular Christmas display every year, and we haven't been this year, but we know it's been done. So we're going to go, and hopefully we're going to go and see that today, and I really hope it lives up to how it's been the rest of the other years, because it is spectacular. And yeah, so I want to go and I just want to feel a little bit festive, I think. The weather, like I say, has been a bit mild this week. It still feels nowhere near like Christmas time of year. I know it's not really. It's, what is it, the 12th, 13th of November today? But I realised that in terms of my own days off I get from my normal job, I've only got like 3 left where I have time to get everything sorted, and haven't even started really yet. So yeah, I need to kind of get my head into that. I just don't want it to all creep. What normally happens is it all creeps up and then it all goes mad, and I'm so stressed out for, like, you know, I have to basically cram it all into like 1 or 2 days and get it all sorted. So yeah, I need to get a little bit more organised. And yeah, so I'll just show you what I'm eating today. So for lunch, I fancied something sweet and warming. So I opted to make some of these mince pie baked oats. They are so, so delicious and just like eating cake, but only 3 sins for the whole portion. So to make these oats, I'm using a yoghurt. You can use any yoghurt you like. I've got an Aldi vanilla yoghurt for half a sin, 2 eggs and 40 grams of porridge oats for your healthy extra B choice. Then I'm using some mincemeat. I'm using the Tesco Finest one, which is 2 sins for a tablespoon, and some of this cinnamon sugar dusting, which I got from Tesco's, which is 1 sin per teaspoon. So I'm mixing the yoghurt into the oats, then adding the eggs in and giving that a really good mix up so that it looks like this. Then I'm transferring the mixture into my oven-proof dish and just adding the fillings. So I'm using 1 tablespoon of the mincemeat, which is 2 sins. I'm just going to lightly spread that throughout the oats with a knife just to make sure that, you know, a tablespoon isn't a huge amount, so want it to go as far as possible. Then the sugar dusting is 1 sin for a teaspoon. I'm just using half a teaspoon. So yeah, that's going to be half a sin. So this comes in at 3 sins because it's half a sin for the sugar dusting, half a sin for the yogurt and 2 sins for the mincemeat. You can obviously add whatever flavours you like. You could just add normal cinnamon, which is sin-free. Then I'm actually popping it into my air fryer. This was gifted, but this isn't a collaboration. I'm going to put it on the bake setting, and I'm just going to pop that on for 25 minutes on 170. You can do this in the oven for the same amount. You may need it a little bit longer in the oven. And after 25 minutes, the oats are done. And honestly, they are the most delicious tasting oats. Well, they're just incredible. I really recommend giving these ones a go. Then this is dinner all done. I didn't actually add the chopped tomatoes. I didn't get any in time. So this is literally just the onion, the pork all shredded up and the taco beans. It's been on low for 8 hours and we decided to serve it with pasta and some vegetables. So we've got some broccoli, some sprouts, some roasted cauliflower and some roasted carrots, which I also did in my air fryer. They are incredible in an air fryer. And yeah, just the pasta and the pork on top. So that is everything that I've eaten today. Thank you so much as always for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.